What it do? What it do? What it do, people? Midwest in the building. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I want everybody to come on in, get situated, get comfortable, hit that thumbs up, share, like, subscribe to the channel. Excuse me. Yes, I want you guys to share, like, and subscribe to the channel. Yes, Lord. While I send out some links, we're going to get Mr. Fitzgerald up in here in a little bit, people. We're going to have him speaking on the go. So get ready. Come on in, hit the thumbs up, grab you a seat. And, we're waiting on the man of the hour to get here. I'm going to share this video throughout my community. Yes, y'all. Mr. Fitzgerald will be here in a little bit. Let him do what he's doing. He was doing something with some other people. So just come on in, hit that thumbs up, share the video, and, get cozy. We'll be right with you real soon. Just like that. Share this video.
What it do?
I'm still here. I'm waiting on Mr. Fitzgerald to come on in. I'm still here. I'm typing in.
For sound.
people here. Mr. Fitzgerald, come on in. So get started.
How are you doing?
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
You looking good, man? How's your family doing?
All right, all right. And
fantastic. Thank you for asking me. My father's birthday was just July 5th, so he turned 77. So I went up there to Alabama to see him and to see my mother and everything. Everyone's doing very well. Thank you for asking. You look good, cool. Man. You about to play that piano back there?
Real soon. Real soon.
Looks good right there. Looks good like that. Okay, well, I'm ready to roll when you are, man. Now make sure you have your link posted in the.
I got the link in the chat in the comment section.
Okay.
Hold on, everybody. I got a banner to put up as well.
And I love the way you,
I want everybody to meet Mr. Fitzgerald.
Love the way you do your slide. Yes, that looks so sharp.
Thank you. This is a guy that I was talking to you guys about the goal, and I gave a few of y'all my link. Y'all signed up under my link, but it's really not about signing up. It's about making that purchase. Technically buying one of the packages. Salute, King Wage is in the building.
Yeah, Mr. Yes. King Wage is here. Just finished interacting with him and his organization.
Oh yeah, I was watching and listening. No. So I was right there.
Yeah, so
it's all good.
Yeah, I love that little brother, man. He's real sharp. Like the baby brother. I know this is 3 sons. Right. I have to adopt him.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get a photo of Mr. Fitzgerald, y'all. Let him do what he do, and hopefully after this, we'll have a lot of packages coming through.
First of all, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Midwest, for having me on your program. It's something I don't take lightly. When people open up their platform to someone, that's a high honor. So I'm not here to do anything but to add value to it. My name is Fitzgerald Stevens. I am an entrepreneur. The new phrase I coined just as a day, an entrepreneur. And by way of Tampa, Florida. I am a VIP Carrot Bar affiliate, and I deal with a business who I'm excited to tell you about, because you know what, the Carrot Bars has something that everyone on the planet needs, and that is called gold. Gold is money. He who has gold has money, and money, you have to understand. Money ranks right above, just a little bit under air. No, you don't. I don't believe that you may feel like you may not need money and everything like that. But you know what? You certainly need to hear on God's earth. And so we're here to talk to you about a company called Carrot Bars, a revolutionary company started in 2011 by Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes. Carrot Bars is an e-commerce business, and Dr. Sykes' mission is to get free millions of people from the cycle of debt and poverty by getting small gram gold increments in the hands of the masses. I am going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, how you can build a business and build a wealth around gold. And you can do this in 149 countries around the world. It is an e-commerce business. So you don't need any special license. You don't need special degrees. As a matter of fact, all you need to be is 18 or older in order to have your own home-based business. Why do we want a home-based business? Because we cannot depend upon the jobs in the current jobs market to take care of our families and our needs anymore. That is not up for debate. We have got to figure out a way to create our own income streams that is not dependent upon a job. But being an e-commerce business, that's a pretty powerful thing, because we're seeing what's happening to brick and mortar businesses right now. There are literally hundreds of thousands of layoffs. People are losing their jobs. Foreclosures is going to increase. Student loans are going to be defaulted on. Repossessions and homelessness is going to run wild. Why? Because people income is threatened. Why? Because it's the global economy is literally, you're watching a real live global economic meltdown now, simply with this little virus that came across the world, and it's affecting the global markets. And some people who thought they had good jobs and who thought they were straight, and people who thought they had good retirement and they thought they was able to retire, by a year or two, that's put on hold right now, because a lot of those retirements, a lot of retirement vehicles, the 401ks, a lot of the other instruments, they're seeing their retirement just go down. And how are you going to place the time value of money? We're seeing companies right now giving people their pink slip to Brooks Brothers right now. Let's talk about filing for bankruptcy. The companies are well over 100 years old, are pretty much a staple. American Airlines is getting ready to reduce their workforce about 36,000 people. We're seeing brick and mortar stores under assault, because if someone has a stay home order, if the governments have a stay home order and they say you can't, people are afraid to go out, in some cases can't come out to your business, and if you don't have foot traffic, your whole livelihood is at jeopardy, because you don't have any customers. You don't have any revenue. We're seeing the Ivy League, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, University of Pennsylvania, Columbia, or Colgate, Brown, the whole Ivy League cancel their football season. And I suspect anyone from the SEC to the Big Ten to all the other major conferences will follow suit. The NCAA will follow suit. The school I went to, the University of Alabama, we can set something like 100,000 plus people in Bryant-Denny stadiums. University of Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, they could do the all same thing. How are you going to put people in that stadium when they've got to be concerned about catching this illness? It's a big thing. The NCAA football is the most profitable arm of the college athletic sports. Yet they're going to have to sit those kids down, or rather to have them exposed to this illness. And many of athletes have caught that right now. So that's going to lose revenue. And so we're seeing unemployment claims being paid out in practical record numbers right now. We're seeing millions of unemployment claims that have been paid out are getting ready to cease now, because the extensions is getting ready to run out. But yet we don't see no end to this thing in sight. So what does it mean? That means your economic house of cards is in a danger, is in a tornado right now. That means that you need to create an income that is not dependent upon your job. Now, you need to have a product that everyone knows about, that everyone needs. Gold is money. Gold is money all over the world. Gold has been money for the last 5,000 years and beyond. Gold is a universal standard of wealth. Every country in the world knows that translates into money. So what do we do in the Carrot Bars? Well, the first thing is that you want to register your free account. Your free gold savings account. Register as an affiliate. Mr. Midwest has his link up on the screen right here, but it says Gold with Midwest. Type that in. Type that in on your address box in your search engine, whether Firefox, Chrome, Brave, Explorer, and then just go ahead and fill out that form. It's a 2-page form that you can fill out for 7 minutes. And you just, once you do that, you're gonna say, you see that you're successfully registered, and you're gonna get an email from Carrot Bars, and you click on that email, and instantly you are going to have a home-based business operating in 149 countries around the world, and that gives you an automatic home-based business, which incidentally over 79 million people in the next 5 years are going to have a home-based business. I think it's going to be more with that due to the circumstances of what we're seeing now. And then you are going to acquire gold in small gram increments. This right here is a gram of gold, is a 0.1 gram of gold right here. This is called cash gold. Okay, and I can pick that up for like about $6.50. Less than what I would pay for a value meal at one of the fast food restaurant. Or I can go ahead and get a gram of gold, like the small gram gold card here. That is 1 gram of gold. I could do 2.5 grams or 5 gram gold cards. I buy as much as I want, and I buy as much as I want when I want. Now, that's great. Now also, you can also get paid as other people start acquiring gold for themselves. You can get paid a percentage of their accounts because they're part of your network. And ladies and gentlemen, you can simply understand the way that it really works is you take this and you exchange it into this. Why are you doing that? This is going down in value. This is going up in value. You want to acquire as much gold as you can, fast as you can, whenever you can. Ladies and gentlemen, when I first started in Carat Bars, January 14th, 2015, at 7:30 p.m., 17 degrees in Buffalo, New York, from Mr. Michael Delco, my friend, about 23 years. He gave me a call. He said, "Hey, Fitzgerald, I have a business. It deals with gold and it's free to join." I said, "Go ahead and sign me up." I filled out a link just like it's on the screen right there. And I got the work. I got started. I started off at zero like everyone else. Now back in around 2015, I believe gold was going for somewhere from $1,160 an ounce. Okay, fast forward to July 10th, 2020, this same gold that I'm sitting up here showing you right now, that was $1,160 an ounce back around in 2015. It is now trading over $1,800 per an ounce. No, so my wealth has went up just by holding this. It could have been buried in the back of an oak tree in my yard, but it would still been going up in value and things like that just by me holding on to it. Because gold is money. Gold has to absorb all that fiat currency. So I told people, I told a man named Prince Dinas Amir. I said, "Prince Dinas Amir, I have something you need to join. It deals with gold." I didn't even do it right. I didn't even do it right. Just like Mr. Delco, he called me. He just, he went on the strength of our friendship. And so I called Prince Amir and I said, "Hey, I got something, deals with gold. You need to get in this." Okay. So he got started. And what I got, one of my business package, which I can explain a little bit down the stream. And then Prince Dinas Amir, he reached out to a gentleman by the name of Mr. Marin. He got started. Mr. Marin reached out to a gentleman named Mr. Midwest. He gets started. And now we're reaching out to all of you. And guess what? Because of that one conversation, I was able, we're able to duplicate our team. In other words, as people acquire gold along the line and they start building their team for them, not for you, you're going to get a percentage of that one. Now, when I start off at zero, and I just went to talking to people, lo and behold, fast forward a little bit over 5 years now, I have a global team of close to 12,000 affiliates around the world. As they buy gold, as they save up gold, and I get a percentage of that, and it's really just that simple, And when I say around the world, I'm talking about throughout Africa. I'm talking about in Europe, Switzerland, Germany, England, Canada, Trinidad, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, Nigeria, Accra, Ghana. No, but we're looking at U.S. Virgin Islands and everything, because you know what? When people are looking to get out of this cycle, to get out of this cycle where they're having to work for dollars and constantly keep working for dollars. They're looking to get out of that. Why do you want to consider ways to get out of that? Simple, because if something happened to you, you can't produce, then your whole house is basically threatened economically, because your income is not there. As a matter of fact, As long as you work, you produce income. But what happens if something happened to you? What happens if something happens to you, your health wise? What happens if you get fired? What happens if you go through a divorce? What happens if your job decides to move out another state, another territory? Well, there's your income is gone. So, but what happens if you have built another income that is not dependent upon your job? That you have a little component called leverage, that you don't only get paid about what you do, you get paid on the efforts of what other people do too. That's called leverage, and it creates residual income. It's a powerful thing. As I did on the last broadcast a little over an hour ago, I have a business partner of mine, Mr. Marin. I probably outweighed Mr. Marin probably by like 125 pounds easily. And even though I'm much older than he is, work out. I'm in the gym. I like to think I like to think I'm still pretty fit. Not as fit as I was 30 years ago. I can't really hit the gym like I used to back then. But my mind won't let me know that. My mind tells me that I'm still pretty strong in just as good a shape as I was. That's what my mind says. So let's just say I said, hey, you know what? I would challenge you. Mr. Martin, we're going to do a tug of war, and I want to challenge you to a tug of war. And I tell you what, I am going to bet you 4 grams of gold that I can win a tug of war with you. And then I said, well, now if when you lose, what you're going to do, you're going to pay me 10 grams of gold because you're the younger guy, and then so I think you have an advantage. And he said, okay, Fitzgerald, I'll take that bet. Okay. I pay, if I win, I pay, if you beat me, I pay you 4 grams, and you win, you pay me 10. I like those odds. Okay. So we get ready to go, and I'm doing all my stretches, and I'm getting all ready, and I'm like wolf and doing all the kind of stuff and trying to psych myself up. All of a sudden he shows up at the designated time. But when we get ready to go decide off, unbeknownst to me, Mr. Marin, he brings 5 more other people his size, and I'm saying, well, what is this? He said, you can beat me through a tug of war. I bought my team. I have a team. We do everything together. Okay, Mr. Marin has leverage. He has leverage. He has 4 more other people working along with him to help accomplish his financial goal of beating me. Catch what I'm just saying? I only have me. Similar like many of you only have your job. You're the only one working for that income. You're going to lose every single time. And I will be giving Mr. Marin my 4 grams of gold because he has leverage. He has more people working with him and working with him to help him make his money, whereas I just have me. Now, if you can understand that simple analogy, you can understand what you need to be doing. That's why when these jobs are letting people go, that's why you're going to see such a surge in foreclosures. You're going to see such a default in student loans. You're going to see a lot of marriages fall apart. Unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of people default on their student loans. Why? Because it was only them working for their income. They don't have leverage. So what if they had income streams that was coming in in addition to themselves? Ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a little personal story, back around 2008, when the first financial debacle, when one of the many financial debacles came, I had a successful business. I had a beautiful home, in McDonough, Georgia, 3,000 square foot home that I had built from the ground up. But I had a fixed mortgage rate for $1,310.69. I had a 6% fixed interest rate. I was making $55,000 a year. I could easily afford that without my wife's salary. Lo and behold, I lost my job. Okay, with the mortgage, $1,310.19. All I had to 69 cents. All I had to do is make an extra $500, and my life would have been drastically changed. If I would have had a carrot bar business, which didn't exist back then, all I had to do was earn an extra $500 a week, And my life would have been drastically changed. I would have still been in my house and everything. That's what the power of money is. Either you have it or you don't. And I couldn't go out there and find another job back then, at least not one that would give me the numbers that I need to live. And so I lost my home, and I won't forget that. I still think about it right now from time to time. All I had to do is make an extra $500 a week. Many people, if you're making an extra $500 a week by way of Carrot Bars, that can mean such a difference. What if you're doing an extra $1,000 a week? What if you're doing an extra $6,000 a month? What would that mean to your household? And without you having to work and go out there and continually do it, because you're tapping into a thing called residual income. You are getting paid not only on your efforts, but the efforts of others. Number 3, have you a home-based business? Carrot Bars gives you a home-based business. What is a home-based business? Think of a home-based business as a tax write-off. As a regular employee, you are going to pay darn near 40% of your income in taxes. That means that if you have a $100,000 a year job, get ready to only take about $60,000 home a year net. Incidentally, you have to pay state taxes. You got to pay your mortgage on that. You got to pay sales taxes. You got to pay for your children's haircuts. You got to pay for your wife's dresses and her 50 pairs of shoes, and you got to pay car notes and gasoline. It's a little wonder the average worker can't get anywhere, because they don't have any way to minimize a lot of those taxes. But because you have a Carrot Bars business, which gives you a home-based business, now you can automatically reduce your tax burden down much as 20%. What do I mean? We're talking on the broadcast right now. Mr. Midwest is talking on this. He can write off this internet stream. He called me today. He sent me a text today. He can write that. He used his cell phone. He can write that cell phone bill off. He can write a portion of his home off. He's conducting business in his home right now. He can write a portion of his home office off. He can write a portion of the utilities off. If he gets ready to go to a restaurant, and if I was to come over there to see him, and if he was just, or better yet, if he's over there by himself, he goes out to get a meal with a restaurant. He takes his family with him, and then he goes to the waitress, and he asks, "Hey, do you keep your income options open?" And she say, "Yeah, okay, this is my site. Take a look at this," and everything like that. Okay, and then he goes back to eating. And let's just say he spent something like with his family there. He spent like $120, maybe $140, including the tip. He paid the valet. He used the gas. He put the receipts. Just because because he mentioned something about Carrot Bars, check this out. That becomes a business, a tax write-off. That whole $140 is a tax write-off. That was a business meal. That cell phone bill he called, that was a business call. He used that for business. That lights that he's using in his beautiful home right there, those lights that's business. That part of that office right there, that part of that he can write off. You get what I'm saying? So of course he's going to get those reductions off of his taxes, which is going to put more money in his pocket. Okay, now I'm a firm believer. I just think it ain't right to go ahead and pay more taxes than what is legally allowed. I don't got no problem with the company, not paying zero tax. You're like, Fitzgerald, man, that don't sound right, man. You tripping. No, I'm not. Let me put it to you this way. I'm the owner of Stevens Industries, and I go see Governor Midwest of Illinois, or I go see Governor Delco of Georgia, and I go down and sit down to him. I said, "Hey, listen, I'm getting ready to put my multi-billion-dollar plant right here. I'm going to create 80,000 jobs, paying over $90,000 a year guaranteed. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. But you know what? I'm gonna create now. That's just what I'm gonna create in here. A lot of sub industries are going to rise up through down there, and many of those subcultures are going to have the sub industries are going to be created. So based on my projections with my economic team, they're telling me that we have an ability to bring near over 100,000 new jobs in your economy. You're going to enjoy increased revenue. We're gonna pump a lot of tax revenue into your state that you wouldn't have got otherwise. Okay, but here's what I need, Governor Midwest. I'm gonna need some tax breaks to make it worthwhile we move here, because I'm getting ready to put a lot of capital out here. I'm getting ready to spend a lot of money. And so he said, well, what are you thinking? Hey, I'm gonna need to be tax free for the next 5 years. And then come year 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, I'm gonna need a guarantee in writing that my taxes don't raise over 3%. This is what I need. Okay. Now, and can you do this? Well, let me think about it. I said, you go ahead and think all you want. Meanwhile, I talked to Governor Delco in Georgia, and he said it would be no problem. Where do I put my company? I put my company in your state or his? Oh, by the way, I need a decision, but I need a decision within a week.
Right.
You let me know. Okay. So I walk out of there. He's like, he talked to his advisor. Well, Mr. Stevens said Mr. Fitzgerald's getting ready to put down, he's getting ready to bring a lot of revenue to us. Yeah, Governor, but he wants all those tax breaks. Yeah, we're gonna make up for it on the back end, but he said, well, he's going to do it. A lot of jobs going to come up. I don't know if we can bend that far. Okay, that's cool. He just said, wait for a week. I call 5 days, 2 days earlier. Governor Midwest. Am I building my company in your state? Well, Mr. Fitzgerald, we got to talk. How about we do a 200 million tax concessions, and we don't raise you, and we do an increment to raise you instead of 3%. Can you at least work us to 7%? I said, that's okay. Governor Delco was saying he's going to give me $300 million of tax consent, and he told me I can. And he told me for the next 5 years, instead of me getting the 3% overall raise that I had to pay up for you, he's telling me I could do 1.5. Plus, he's agreeing to build another school close to my district where my employees can work. Plus, Georgia Tech over in Atlanta has a very good infrastructure down there, good school system, and Marta has a good transportation system. Can you match it? Can you match it? Well, I think, but that's okay. I'll just go to Governor Delco. And what you're going to hear Governor Delco, hey, we like to welcome Stevens Industries. Stevens Industries is going to go ahead and put $80,000, 80,000 jobs here at paying $100,000 per year. Plus, she's projected within the next 5 years to bring 100,000 jobs in here with sub things out there, thus bringing us a tax revenue over the next 10 years of $1.3 billion in extra tax revenue. Mr. Stevens, welcome aboard. Here's the key to the city.
Yeah.
Because I ain't in the business negotiating. I certainly ain't going to pay more taxes. As a matter of fact, one of the guys who I'm paying the $80,000 a year, he's going to be paying more taxes than me. Why should I be paying more taxes? I'm producing. I'm putting revenue in there. Why shouldn't I get a tax break? That's the way the business owners think. And so when you have your Carrot Bar business, that's how you got to think. Why should you be paying extra taxes and stuff like that? You're creating revenue. You're creating extra state revenue. The tax laws in this nation are designed for the business owner. Okay, so we got that out. So we're saving in gold. Benefit 1, we're saving in gold. Our gold is increasing. Benefit 2, we're creating residual income by getting paid off the efforts of others. Benefit 3, we have a home-based business that we can minimize our taxes. Benefit number 4, you can take your income that you have built up by building your business, and you can lead to your beneficiaries, your children, your wife, your estate. Let me tell you let me tell you the significance of that. You can have built your business up to a monster income level. in the event of your death, that income is going to transfer to your beneficiaries. Okay, very, very powerful. For example, I grew up on a farm in Southeast Alabama. My family has owned that land for like over 100 years. Far as the family farm, I was down there walking on the land, and a very, very tranquil, quiet, and everything like that. None of us, Mr. Midwest, want to go into farming. I have 71st cousins. I counted one time, close to 71st cousins on my mother's side alone. My grandfather, he was the only child. He had 15 children by my grandmother, the same woman, 15 children and stuff like that. They didn't have TV. Okay, so it was a bit different time period back then. Okay, none of us want to stay on the farm. He left it for us, but none of us wanted to be farmers. We want to get away from the city. Unlike right now, at my age, right now in my mid 50s, I find myself, I probably wouldn't mind going back to the land because I kind of miss it down there. I grew up on that, so it'd be nothing for me to move back. But we didn't want to do the farm. Now, many people have built businesses that their heirs didn't want to do. But what if you can leave your business to your children or your spouse, and they don't have to work your business? They don't have to work your Carrot Bar business, but they can still receive the income based off what you did, and the business is still going to keep growing. I find that to be a very viable plan. I find that to be a very, very beneficial plan, and that's going to still keep paying in this revenue even at the event of your death. That's very, very important, and business is going to still keep expanding because somewhere around the world, someone wants to start a business. I believe one of the number one desires that God placed in human beings is the number one for life. We want to live, and number two, we want to be free. Man has to be free. That's why slavery goes against everything, everything against the Creator. God created man in His own image. He never created a man to be another slave to another man. You can bait me on that all day long. You're not going to change my mind on it. There's something in the heart of men and women. They want to have control over their own destiny. They want to have control. They want to have control over their lives, their time. They want to be able to do what they want with their lives and their time. You can't do what you want with your time if you don't have economics to do it. You got to have finances to be able to buy your time, because if you don't, you're forced to work on someone else's job, and their time belongs to you. But you need a wealth system that allows you to do what you want. Some people get turned on by nice real estate, and Mr. Midwest has a beautiful home there. Some people get turned on by nice cars. I love Audi A8s and Porsches. I'm an Audi, a Porsche man in that order. Love them. Some people get turned on by nice real estate. I love nice real estate. I like to walk around on the grass. I like to feel the grass, the ground on my earth. But then again, sometimes, in the city, I like to be up in the penthouse, and look at that and look down on someone else's earth. I like being able to wear nice suits, Hugo Boss's, Imperial suits. I'm giving away my age with that, a Boateng and stuff. But those things are cool. That's not what turns me on. What turns me on is freedom. What is freedom to me? Having enough time, along with enough money, to do what I want, when I want, where I want, with who I want, without having to ask any man or woman's permission to do so. I desire to be a boss of my life. That's what I do. When I got ready to go see Daddy, I didn't get up there. I didn't have to ask nobody. Hey, my father turned 77. My mom's in a nursing home, and Corona got her. I got to go see Mama. I didn't have to ask nobody. I just decided I'm just going to go. And when I got in, when I go home, I generally don't tell my parents I'm coming in. I just walk in the house, and I'm there. Daddy asked me, how long are you going to stay? About Monday or Tuesday. I just threw something up in there. Okay. And I was able to get away with that. I could take my computer and I can do broadcasts from Cloud, Alabama. over here with Midwest, or over in London, or over in Accra, Ghana, or over in Australia, I still can work and work on my business. I kept my receipts, because you know what? That whole trip was tax deductible. All the meals I bought down there were tax deductible because I had a business. I happened to talk to some of my family about carrot bars. Well, I happened to open my mouth, and that whole trip becomes a write-off. Okay, save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. It's free to join. We're in 149 countries. We get paid in gold. Carrot Bar has a system that you can actually earn free gold. Okay, you don't have to have any special license. You don't have to buy. You don't have to purchase a certain amount of gold a month. No one's going to take it away from you. You work it when you decide to work. You choose how much money you decide to make. You earn what you work for, and you get paid off your team efforts. Okay. Now, you can't earn money in the free position. What do I mean by the free position? You don't have to get a business package, but you want a business package. Based on the production of your organization, you can earn money in the free position once a month based on the production of your organization. You can get paid once a month. But if you really want to get in the path to freedom, you're going to get one of tax deductible business packages. Now, there are 4 business packages. There's the VIP, what I am. It's about 4,900 euros. I'm a VIP in my personal account and my business account. Yes, you can keep 2 accounts, and you thus setting yourself up to get paid 10 times a month as opposed to 5. There you have a gold business package that's roughly about 2,500 euros. Remember, I'm saying euros because with the company is based in Germany, we pay them in euros. They pay us in euros. You can get a silver business package that is roughly about 595 euros, or you can get a bronze package about 180 euros. That's a one-time payment. Once you're at that level, that's the level you are. The VIP is the highest to go, but whatever package you start off like a gold, you can always upgrade to a VIP whenever you choose to. So you go ahead and get to work. And so whenever time you have 2 teams in the world of carrot bars, a left team and a right team, works on a binary system. Okay, anytime someone purchases gold throughout your organization, throughout your entire organization, anytime someone purchases business packages, or anytime someone purchases the ATMs or the blockchain computer, the blockchain phone, you get what's called units. Okay. Now, if you have a VIP business package, when you get 25 units on one team, 50 units on another team, because you have 2 teams, you are going to receive a dual team payout of 80 euros, or roughly close to 90 US dollars. If you have a gold business package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you are going to receive a dual team payout of 60 euros. If you have a silver business package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you are going to receive a dual team payout of 50 euros. And if you have a bronze business package, you're going to receive a dual team payout of 40 euros. Now, some of you people, some of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, you sit up there, say, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, where do I start? Well, I recommend you start where you can get in. I can start at VIP. Let's go. You can start at VIP. Well, I can only start at silver. What do you mean only start at silver? My sponsor, Michael Delco, in 103 days, he retired from a 6-figure mortgage banking job with a silver package. Okay? But he called 300 people in that month. He was hungry. He walked away from a 6-figure mortgage income banking job in 103 days. That was 6 years ago. That man ain't punched the clock ever since. Okay, so it can be done. It can be done. And so if you said, well, Mr. Fitzgerald, I could just get in. I could just get in at one of the lower packages. Start. I have had people. I've had people say to me, or rather, a person say to me, "Hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, I'd like to apologize. I can only start as bronze." I mean, what do you mean you can only start as bronze? Man, that's where I started. I worked my way up. Dude, do you realize just starting as a bronze business package, You can work your way up later. Just starting at the bronze business package, you realize that you can earn you can earn 180,000 dual team payouts per week. 180,000 times 40, 40. You do the math on that. Okay, so the important thing is to get in where you can fit in, and so also having that, but have it whenever you get any package, you can just go ahead and get 10% of the package that's the package that someone else get. For example, you're a silver business package holder, and you call me, Mr. Fitzgerald. You ever look at any ways to make money? Heck yeah. I'm going to send you a video to realmoney.info. It's going to explain everything. Will you be able to watch it? Heck yeah. Okay, I'm going to call you back at 8:30, and we'll just set up, and we'll talk then. Okay, Mr. Fitzgerald, did you see the video? Heck yeah. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? Heck yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get your free account registered. Okay, we get it registered and everything. Okay, we do a three-way. I'm going to call Mr. Marin. Mr. Marin is building a dynamic team, very, very successful right here, and I just want to introduce him to you. Okay, Mr. Marin, how you doing? I have Mr. Fitzgerald on the line. Hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, how are you doing? You put your phone on mute. Mr. Marin gets to talk to me, tells about, well, Mr. Fitzgerald, what package you want to get? Man, I want to get the VIP. Okay. I go ahead and put that $4,900 down one time. I get the VIP, and just because you told me about it, Carrot Bars is going to give you 10% of that. 10% of 4,900. What is that? About 490 euros there. Just because I said yes to me, not you. Okay. Plus, it's going to generate units. And so that goes down infinity. Ladies and gentlemen, making money while you sleep is a mind blower. I was on the couch last night, and someone bought some gold somewhere. I don't know where. All I know is, I woke up, I got a little thirsty. I got up, got a drink of water, checked my Carrot Bar account at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had payout. I have an 80 euro payout. I went back to sleep. I left, thank you, Lord. And I went back to sleep. Literally making money while you sleep. Warren Buffett has said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're literally going to work until you die. You are literally going to work until you die. And so Roger Williams, one of my fellow Carrot Bars affiliates, he says that if you understood what residual income truly is, you'll run through a brick wall to get it. Let me tell you, residual income is making money while you're on vacation with your family. Residual income is making money while you're sitting up there playing on the golf course or watching a movie. Residual income is while you're on a bike trail, and you're getting paid to do that. That's happened to me. Residual income is while you're eating a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, you don't receive several payouts. That happened to me. No, and it can happen to you too, because what you're doing, you're creating a wealth stream for you and your family, not dependent upon that, not dependent upon the jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, brick and mortar businesses are in real trouble now, because this coronavirus has the people afraid to go out, afraid to go shopping, afraid to do a lot of things. People are holding on to their money, so they don't really know what they're going to do. And so a lot of brick and mortar businesses are truly hurting. But we see e-commerce businesses just booming. For example, Mr. Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, has a fortune of $170 billion. The Waltons of the Walmart Corporation are all close to $80 billion apiece. But Mr. Bezos has a strong online presence, and that's where you're seeing a lot of these stores are really getting blasted, because a lot of them didn't have the fortitude to really go where the customers are at. The customers are online. I've ran two businesses. I know how tough it is to get tough to get customers in there. Number one, you got to pay overhead. Number two, you got to pay employees. Number three, you gotta pay for various taxes, the property taxes and every other things that come along with that, the zoning regulations, all that. Ladies and gentlemen, I run a global business out the comfort of my home. Close to 12,000 affiliates. Do you understand what I run it all out of my home? Do you understand that I can go up here and I have a plan for 3 years I want to be living in Africa or maybe somewhere like the Dominican Republic or Montreal, wherever I want to live. And when I get ready to shift in any one of those countries, my whole global organization shifts with me. What do you mean, Mr. Fitzgerald? Do they move with you over to they're going to move with you to Montreal? Yeah, they're going to move with me because they're in here. As long as I got this, they're here. Someone buys some gold in Ethiopia and they're in your organization. Guess what? You got paid. You got a percentage of that. Someone buys in India, China, Accra, Ghana, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Madagascar, Japan, Israel, Germany, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. You get my point? They're not doing it for you. They're doing it to build something legacy for them and their family. Now, you never know who you're talking to. Mr. Delco made that call to me, one man, and close to 12,000 people was put in his organization because he called me. The gentleman that called Mr. Delco, one man, Mr. Delco is responsible for darn near 96,000 people in that man's organization. One man. The man that called Mr. Tyrone Best, and Mr. Best has placed over like 107,000 people in his organization. One man. You never know who you're talking to. Some of you like, okay, that's cool. But the people I know, they don't got that money. I suggest you start spending people's money out of their pocket. You don't know what someone got. You say enough value to them right there. They might like, hey, go ahead and give me 2 of those VIPs. You never know who you're talking to. Because you never know what their vision. Your job is to simply offer the solution. Your job is simply ask them, do they look for other ways to make money, and let them decide. Let them decide what they want to do. And you go in there. You don't be afraid to ask them, hey, you want to get that VIP package? You don't be afraid to say that. Because this is how you're going to make your livelihood. We have whole families doing this. People, everyone in 18 or older, they're doing this bad business in families. Why? Because that 18-year older, when they get an income, they get a business package. They have a chance to get paid 5 times a month. The mother, she could get a chance to pay 5 times a month. The father, he can get a chance to pay 5 times a month. The college student thought she can get paid 5 times a month. That's 20 incomes coming into that one household. Oh, incidentally, you can also have a business package. I'm a VIP in my personal account, and I'm a VIP in my business account. What does that mean? That means I set myself up to get paid 10 times a month as opposed to 5. Okay, and so I buy gold in both my business and my personal account. So the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. There's only 1 million affiliates in the world of Karat bars right now. That means, Mr. Midwest, where are you located? What state you located in?
Wisconsin.
Okay, Wisconsin. Up there, let's just say up around Milwaukee. Okay, I'm down here in Tampa, Florida. And so you can put all the people in the world of Karat bars in the greater Milwaukee area. You certainly can do it in the greater Tampa area, and you still have 148 countries to go to. Countries, ladies and gentlemen, countries. Karat bar operates in 149 of the 194 countries. Let that grab around your head. That means you can set an organization up in Africa. There are 54 countries in Africa, and we're in several of those. That means you can set an organization up in Switzerland, Gambia, Jamaica, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Cuba, Australia, Japan, Germany. And you have an organization there, but you don't have to go there. I have organizations, many countries around the world. I've only been to one country in my life, and that's Canada. That's the only one I really know. But yet, I never been to England yet. I haven't been to Australia yet. I haven't been to South Africa yet, or Nigeria yet. But I have organizations all through there. Why? Because someone else out there, they say, you know what? I'm kind of tired of working like this too. I want to build something for my family. They get a business package. They get to talking to people. And lo and behold, you're able to receive income from people you don't even know, because it goes down to infinity. Now, here's where the thing is. You have an option to create an income, to create a business You have an option to save in gold, thus increasing your wealth, to build a residual income, making money while you sleep, to leave to have a business that affords you the tax breaks, and to leave your income in the event of your death to your estate. Or you can keep doing what you're doing, keep going out there working these uncertain jobs, thinking you straight, hoping you don't get fired, hoping they don't lay you off, hoping that you're not training your replacement, hoping you don't have to keep playing the office politics game, using your talent to build a wealth system from someone else and let them give you a fraction of it. See, because and that's another thing. You're either working in your own wealth system and building wealth for you and your family, or you're working in someone else's wealth system and building wealth for them and their family. There is no other two choices. No, as our senior founder, Mr. Ty Best of Wealth Builders would say, save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. Incidentally, now when you register your account, you're going to get a call from Mr. Midwest. He's going to call you and welcome you to the team. And then he's immediately going to give you my number rather. My personal phone number is 1-716-573-6296. 1-716-573-6296. My email is fitzgeraldstevens@gmail.com. No, please just go ahead and give me a call. You don't get me on the first time, probably working with someone else or sleeping, depending on what time zone it is. I will get back to you and say, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, I saw you on the Midwest show. I registered my business. Help me, show me what to do next. I'm gonna help you with your package. I'm gonna plug you into the Wealth Builders training system that was started by Mr. Ty Best. That is gonna show you exactly how to build a highly profitable business. It's gonna give you all the free training, and I do mean free. Everything that's free as far as in there. And we're gonna help you succeed. Why will we help you succeed? Because unlike your job, we have a vested interest in you succeeding. If you don't succeed financially like you want, it hurts us to get what we want. You actually can make more money than me if you outwork me. See, you are at the top of your corporation. You are the CEO of your own business. And so that's what you want to do. It's, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to build. It ain't time to talk about. It ain't time to sit up there waking, hoping they're going to send a second stimulus check. It ain't time to wait up there, open the economy is going to the thing that is going to open up. It ain't time to talk about is it going to be President Trump reelected or President Biden. I can care less about either one of the parties. What I do, I make sure my income is straight. It don't make a difference who in office. Me, I'm sitting around there because as long as I got the income that I need to do, I'm not really concerned much.
Right.
I mean, and you think that's an irresponsible statement? It's not, because money rules politicians, not the other way around. That's why people are able to put all these laws on other people, because the rich rule over the poor. And if it get too hot here, you don't want to be here anymore. I simply go in the toolbox, grab my passport, take my Carrot Bar business, and I shift somewhere like some Latin American country. Because
exactly.
you have to have resources in order to have choices, and so what are you going to do? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the economy is not going to get better. Some of the things is really going to not come back. A lot of jobs that you're seeing being eliminated, they're not coming back. Okay, so what are you going to do? You still got to have an income. I mean, how many stimulus checks you think they're going to send out? Most of the big businesses are going to get the lion's share of that money anyway. So you're on your own, and that's what you have. That's why you have to deal with the facts as they are. How are you going to pay off the student loans? How are you going to send your children to college? How are you going to keep paying that mortgage? Or how are you going to keep paying the property taxes? Is going to go up. Taxes, all the taxes are going to have to go up, because states have lost millions and millions of dollars of revenue with this virus. People ain't working, and so that's so they're going to have those taxes, and they have to have those things. And what they're going to do, they're going to go to the people, you and me, and raise our taxes. So get back to the person. If you're on Midwest team and you already registered on his team, awesome. And if great, share this with someone else. If another Carrot Bar affiliate brought you to the stream, go ahead and register with them. Go ahead and register with them. And, you know, it's plenty of people out there for all of us. But if this is the first time you're hearing this information, you know, register here with Mr. Midwest Link. We will help you prosper. We will help you, and we will do it for free of charge. No, I don't charge anything for my time. I don't charge you anything else to do that, because you know what? I make success for me, you know, and my partners when we help you make success for you. And so we just want to give you an option. Now, if you're good where you are, we're good. You know, if you like, hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, I hear you. Okay, but you know, okay, I'm good. Okay, we're good. We're good that you're good. But you like, but you can't deny I'm making a lot of sense to you. No, so I'm going to ask. I'm going for those of you who are on the fence and thinking about it. Let me ask you about a couple of questions. Which one do you have a problem with? Saving in gold, okay? Mm-hmm. Creating a residual income, okay? Creating a home-based business where you can minimize your taxes, okay? Or creating generational income that you can lead to your family. Which one does you have a problem with? Okay. Okay, that's a checkmate move, ladies and gentlemen. I play to win. You know, either one of those options right there is good enough for you to go ahead and start your free account. Now, you might say, Mr. Fitzgerald, I don't want to build a team. Great, go ahead and save in gold. We have a program in here that you can actually get free gold. It works like this. It's a program called autosave. You get at least a gram of gold a month. You get at least a gram of gold a month. Preferably you have your package, and you get 5 people to do the same thing, and they collect a gram of gold a month, just a gram of classic gold, and they do that for a year. At the end of the year, Carrot Bars is automatically going to send you 20 grams of free gold. You buy one and you get 20 grams of free gold. JD Bullion won't do that. So in all kinds of things. And so it's based on your hustles. You can win free Rolex watches. You can win Mercedes-Benz cars, everywhere from a C class, a E class, or S class. You can win a $750,000 villa built for you with the deed anywhere in the world, based on your hustle. And isn't that what you want it to be, based upon your efforts? Don't you want an opportunity like, hey, just guys, get out of my way. Let me go ahead and produce. I don't play office politics. Just let me go out there and make my money, and and leave me the heck alone, and let me go ahead and do what I do. Well, this is be perfect for you. So we look forward to having you, having you become a part of this incredible opportunity. And that's all it is. It's an opportunity. Nothing's guaranteed in life. Nothing's guaranteed. I can guarantee this. I can't guarantee you this. One day you will leave the Lord's earth. I can definitely guarantee you that. I can guarantee you this. You're going to be older tomorrow than you are today. And you're going to have less time on the Lord's earth than you have today. Therefore, figure out how to use your time the way you want to and the way you have to. There is a better way, ladies and gentlemen. There is a better way. Many of us haven't been taught about financial literacy. Many of us have been taught about wealth. That's why we don't have it. That's why we don't have it. And in my conclusion, I'm going to stick on that vein right there. The 2 most important things that would determine our happiness on this earth, that's based on my 50 years experience of walking around on God's earth. The 2 most important things is relationships, how we deal with the proper relationships, and money, how we deal with finances. Do you realize you can go through 1st grade to the 12th grade in high school, in college and grad school, and not have a single course about how to deal with money? You can, you can go through all schools and not have a course on how to balance a checkbook, not have a course on understanding compound interest, not having a course on understanding probabilities, not have a course of understanding interest rates, not have a course on understanding the power of your credit, how to deal with credit. Do you understand you can go through there and not have a course on how to maintain good relationships, good friendships, a good marriage? No wonder we got like dang near 70% divorce rate in this nation. No wonder we got practically millions and millions of people in debt. No wonder we got close to $1 trillion in student loan debt, because we haven't been taught this. You know, the system wants you to work for the rest of your life. They need workers, don't need you to be it. You know, God's word says that if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. But it didn't say which man does the work.
Right.
It didn't say which man has to do the work. If you got other people helping you do the work, you're not going to starve. You know, so get back to the person that showed you this. If it's Mr. Midwest, you know, we're here to help. If it's another affiliate in his team showed you, or you're just doing this and you're another Carrot Bar affiliate and you invited someone else, join with them. You know, if you're part of this team and part of Midwest team, go ahead and give me a call. If you have a sponsor, you know, go ahead and give him a call, you know, or her a call. It's rough for everyone, because we truly practice group economics. No, Mr. Midwest, I'm talking to you right now. Do you know, as I understand it, and the African American community, or let's take away this silly title, the African community, which is what you and I belong to. You know, in America, we have close to a $2 trillion $2 trillion worth of wealth that we spend every year. Yet It is projected in the year 2050, if things keep going the way on the projector they are right now, black wealth will be this: 0.
Got to start investing.
Yes. You got to start building. You got to start saving in assets, not liabilities. Mr. Jordan don't need you to buy any more of his shoes. He fine. But you need to buy gold. You need to buy land. You need to buy precious artwork. You need to buy stuff that's going up in value. You need to be able to leave your children something instead of a whole bunch of bills.
Absolutely.
You know, so some of you like, well, Mr. Fitzgerald, I don't got the $4,000. I don't got the 2,500 euros. I don't got it. You know what? I can come to your garage or your house right now and find it. You know, you got 70 shares of sneakers around your thing. How many can you wear? You only got 2 feet. You know, you got 3 cars sitting out there in the driveway. You only drive one at a time. You know, ma'am, you got 60 pairs of shoes. You can only wear one. It's a you know, some of your cats probably can go walk in the cushions of your couch cushions and find an extra $20, $30 that some fell out of your pocket while you were sleeping. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all got 4 flat screen TVs hanging on the wall in your house. TVs ain't making no money. No, sell some of them. Get your package. Right. You know, some of you can go ahead and take some money out your 401k. Hey, it's losing value anyway, and you can go out there and put some of that, invest some of that money in you. Get some gold. Tell some other people. It's plenty of ways to do it, you know. And so it all depends on what you want. And so Mr. Midwest and I, Mr. Marin and myself, Mr. Prince Diane Samir and myself, Mr. Delco, Miss Tanisha Glaspie, Mr. Willie and Sherry Brown, Mr. Roger Williams, Mr. Takai Israel, Mr. Marin, we all want to be free, because we understand, you know, there's a serious game being played, and we don't want our family being caught. We want this, because this is money, and this is going up, and it gives us it gives us to have choices over our lives instead of having to follow everyone else. You know, God bless you all. Shabbat shalom to everyone. Have a happy Sabbath. You know, it's a pleasure talking to each and every one, but your power is in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't the white man's fault. It ain't the black man's fault what Mr. White Man is holding you down. It's not the Indians. It's not the Martian. It's not the Latina. No one ain't holding you down. It's not because you don't have a degree or you got a degree. It's not because you're a female. It's not because you gay. It's not because you straight. It's not because you believe in God. It's not because you don't. It's that, it's not any of those things. It's you. You are the head of your life. You are the one that decides. You are in the position you are in because of your decisions. And if you want to have a better outcome, make better decisions. Some of you guys have had a lot of tough things happen to you. I know. I know. I've been through the divorces. I've been through the bone marrow transplants. I've been through all kinds of stuff. I know. I've lost home in foreclosures. I lost wife. I know. But it's still up to me to make the choice. It's up to me to make the choice. Okay, what am I going to do from here? Because I firmly believe, and it's been taught to me, world don't care about your excuses. Mm-hmm. You know what your excuses do? Your excuses sound good to you. Everybody else like, yeah, you're right. But at the end of the day, this cat, he ain't got it. I need someone who produces. I need someone who brings result. And that's what you want to bring in your thing. When you talk to your children and you ask them, hey, Dad, are you coming to my baseball game? Or Dad, can I get something for Christmas and stuff like that? And don't talk to me. You always talking about money. Hey, you know what? The little boy just wanted a baseball. Your dad, he's looking at you to get it.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Your wife saying, honey, I'm tired of working 70 hours a week. I'm tired of spending more time on a job than I'm doing with my family. She got your last name. You don't got hers. So you got to figure it out. Or single mother, you're in a situation, okay, you ain't get what you need to get. You got to figure out how you're going to make up the deficit. And this is just a way to do it. Mr. Midwest, I can go on, man, but I'm not. It's not to let these people go, man, and paint the picture for them of what they can do. Today, time of action. Become an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur. God bless y'all.
Yes. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Yes.
It's been too long since I've seen your lovely place. You back there playing that piano, man. I got a guitar in the corner here.
So you can get us a band going.
Yeah, I got a guitar in the corner. Like certain guitars, Stevie Ray Vaughan, one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, and of course, I like to listen to the Prince. Now listen to him on his guitar skills, man. Jonathan Butler, as far as like that, Mark Antone. Great guitarist, man. I love listening. Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits. Great guitarists. Get the real smooth an instrument. And I can't play the piano, but it looks good sitting in there, man. I don't care if you can play. It looks good sitting back behind your house.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us for this hour. And we'll get back with y'all in a little bit. Y'all be safe out there. Take care. Until next time.